world where we are built by expectations, yet we are also bound to make mistakes. Mistakes that would eventually lead to disappointment. The world is indeed full of success, failures, rejections, and disappointments. But the question is, do we let ourselves be engulfed within the darkness of these failures? Let me share with you 3 simple tips on how I motivate myself with failure. It may seem odd, but trust me, it's just a matter of having a good perspective and a good mindset. So now, let's start with letter A. Acknowledge yourself and accept failure. Learn to accept who you are as a person, your capabilities, your insecurities, and learn to appreciate yourself, whether by small or big achievements, or even by failing. Because truth to be told, you have worked hard enough to earn it. Learn to recognize your strengths and accept your weaknesses. Back in 7th grade, I was afraid of taking challenges in life simply because I was afraid of disappointing my parents, and that would eventually lead to disappointing myself. I have dedicated my entire life of wanting them to become proud of me. And perhaps some of you here right now on the stage, at some point of your life, you've also wanted your parents to become proud of you. And we have our own reasons behind it. And as for me, if I was able to bring them pride and honor, then it would help me showcase my love and appreciation for them. And because I wanted my parents to become proud of me, I finally took some courage and decided to join my first ever public speaking contest, in which I didn't have any background about it. However, I still pursued of joining the contest, even without experience. And because of this lack of experience, I wasn't able to win the contest. But I was able to win my confidence. I was able to prove myself that I am so much more of what I am thinking of. And with this, I did discover that I have quite a talent when it comes to public speaking. And so, I decided to try my luck for the second time on my 8th grade and failed. Tried again on my 9th grade and failed again. And on my last year as a junior high student, I failed once again. It's like I've worked hard enough all this time, spending my time rehearsing and everything just to fail. But guess what? That is okay. Because every time that I am trying and failing, it is an opportunity for me to become wiser and stronger. I was able to accept myself of what I can do. And I was able to realize that it is not about winning anymore. It is about building my character. I was never at the top of my game, but I am working hard enough just to reach the top. I have learned to acknowledge failure as part of my life, because failure does not define who I am as a person. Rather, it serves as a stepping stone towards success. And the first success that we all should be able to attain is the success of becoming a better version of ourselves. Because we learn from our mistakes, we learn from our failures. After all, there is no such thing as success without the presence of failure. Now that we've learned to acknowledge failure as part of our lives, let me introduce to you my second tip of the day, which is letter B, for balance. There is a fine line between success and failure, and so you have to find this line. Find this balance between the two, because this balance will serve as your core, your purpose to which you cling into. Because whenever you reach success, you will tend to build higher expectations from yourself, and you might or might not encounter failure along the way. And so if you reach this point, you have to find your core purpose, something that you love more than yourself, because this will help you to recover, start all over again, and become a better version of yourself. Failing at something isn't supposed to destroy you. Rather, it's supposed to build you and move on to greater heights of success and help you surpass your limits. And now for the last tip on how I motivate myself with failure is letter C, which stands for conquering failure and conquering life. And the only way for us to conquer failure is when we learn how to become brave enough to face it. Failing will always be part of our lives, and learning to accept it is something that we fear of because of disappointment or whatever reasons we have. But we must never be afraid to face failure, because failure will serve as a preparation for us to face success. Failure will serve as a preparation for us to become a better version of ourselves. And the only way to do this is for us to pick ourselves up and try once again. Try again once more. Be thirsty for success. The moment you conquer failure is the moment that you start conquering your life. We build expectations because we want to reach success. However, life could be so cruel that it may throw different sorts of challenges that will resort on us failing all over again. But we must never stop chasing for success, because becoming a better version of ourselves is a never-ending process. And facing failure is part of the process. And so you have to get back on your feet. Try again once more, and be ready to start chasing success and climb your way up to reach the top.